Hello everybody, I am back, feeling much better, kids are better, so we can start a new project today. Um, if you do not have the Vinci Eye app, which is the main focus of this video, you can try the app for free for a year. For the iOS, it's charity, all caps, for the promo code to get the app, or just send me an email for Android because the codes are personal one use only. And all that information is in the description below. For the reference photo, it's either going to be in the Vinci Eye App Facebook group or my personal Facebook page, which is Charity Lows Art, both in the featured section of those things on Facebook. And then also I am planning on having people send in their reference photos they want to draw, and I will give you my drawing for free. I'll mail it to you, and you just send it to my email, and then yeah. Also, I want to have like a segment where I show other people's drawings that they've done, so you can also email those to me as well, so I can put those in these videos. Okay, let's start with the materials you're going to need. So first, we'll start with the pencils. I'm using a 4H, HB, 4B, 8B. I'm using a watercolor pencil for the blackest blacks, but you could use like a darker pencil or put more pressure on the darker pencil you have. Or black colored pencil, charcoal, whatever you feel necessary. I'm adding a new pencil to my list, which is a mechanic pencil. This looks like a regular pencil, but yeah, it's good for like those really fine details. It is a little bit on the softer side, but I'm sure you can get some pencils leads for it that are harder than what I have. For the erasers, I'm using a mechanical eraser, electric eraser, and a knead eraser. And then for blending, I have two different blending stumps, a small one and a larger one. And to clean them, I'm using the little sandpaper that comes with the drawing sets that you get. You could also just use a blank piece of paper for that. And toilet paper or paper towel, tissue paper, whatever. Just don't use your fingers. So here we go. I'm going to press draw, select the image you want to do, and we're going to do AR mode, making sure the camera can get everything. Great ideas. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm thinking it would be fun. Fun to see other people's stuff than just watching me the whole time. So you want to get the smoother side. I'm using Bristol board, and you are able to see it at the certain angle of the light. This one's smoother. You won't be able to really feel the difference. And I'm just going to tape it down. I'm just going to tape down just barely the edge, just a little tiny bit. But you can do a larger edges if you want for finished pieces. Like an inch around if you want, and use tape that way. But I choose to just do the very, very little bit of the edge. It's just my personal preference. I recommend getting a clipboard, a giant clipboard for your project so you can put it away and then bring it back when you are working on it again. So I'm going to make sure the anchor can be seen by the camera. And then I'm just taping around the very edges of it so that it's covered and the camera can see it and it will register it. I'm just going to do the sides because I've got it a little bit close. Place the image where we want it to be, and then we can get started on the drawing. I'm very particular. Okay, I got it where I want it to be. I'm going into tools. I am going to use breakdown mode. Turn that on.
I love you.
I love you too.
I don't care if I'm on there. I want to know you. Make sure you know you love.
Thanks. Okay, so actually, I forgot to do something. I'm turning it off, turning it back on, turn off cutout. And then I got it at 5 steps, exposure just the same. Yeah. Oh. If you accidentally do something, there's little arrows at the top that's that you can fix your little mistakes. So make sure the move button's off. That helps. And then you zoom in to as much as you want so that you can focus on one section at a time. It's less daunting that way. And adjust the opacity as you need it. You can change the color. Whatever you see easiest, change the color. I'm just trying to think. There was something else that I wanted to show you and I can't. Oh, there we go. If you're, I like to put a pencil down on the paper, go into AR, and then press the lock focus, turn it off, and let it focus onto the pencil so it's nice and crisp and clear. And then put the locked focus back on so it's nice and clear for you. And then we can get started. Okay, I'm gonna grab an extra piece of paper because I don't want my oily hands to get all over the paper, because once the oil's on there, it's impossible to get it off. I'm using a 4H pencil with light pressure. I'm not going to get every single detail of this because this is just the blocking stage. light pressure, circular motions for easier blending, softer blending. During this live, you are more than welcome to ask questions in the chat or just chat with me. It makes the video more interesting. Okay, the next step, I'm just going to work on one square at a time, going through all the steps. This is the HB pencil, light pressure, and circular motions. Then the next step, which is a 4B pencil, light pressure, and circular motions. The different softnesses of the pencil will automatically give you different shades of gray. So an 8B now, circular motions and light pressure. There's not a lot here. The only dark areas in this one is her hair, which we are already getting, so. I'll tell you a bit about the pencils as we're going through here. H and B, what do those stand for? H is for hard, and B is for soft. I remember it as like baby soft, which is really nice because I'm drawing a baby today. And the bigger the number, the more dramatic either side is. So H4 is harder than 1-4. I mean, 1H, sorry. H4 is than 1H. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. And then 4B is softer than 1B. The softer the pencil, the darker it's going to look. The harder the pencil, the lighter it's going to look. Also, the harder pencil, the more sharp you can have it, which means it's good for very fine details like hair. These little tiny lines. H pencils are a little harder to blend, and B pencils are very easy to blend. It's a lot. I know that's a lot. But the more you use the pencils, the more you get to understand them, the easier it is for you to choose what pencil is best for you. You do not need all the pencils in the pencil sets that you can get, but it is a good start. But after you get your pencil set, I would just buy pencils individually, because there are some that you're going to go through a lot faster than others. So like the B pencils, you go through really fast, and the H pencils you can use for a very long time. So you'll just end up with a bunch of H pencils that keep on buying the sets. And then also you'll find your favorite pencils you like to use, and you'll just have a bunch of extra pencils that you don't use ever. So I'm in step 2 and I'm using a HB pencil. HB pencil is the middle of a hard pencil and a soft pencil. And it's also the most common pencil to use even when it comes to just regular pencils, like the number 2 pencils that you use at school or just at home, stationery stuff. Just light pressure and circular motions. Just a heads up, the first 2 weeks of April, I will not be able to go live. I'm either getting ready, first week I'm getting ready to go on a trip, and then the next week I'm just recovering from the trip because it's going to be a pretty busy day, like busy few days for me. Step 3, a 4B pencil, circular motions, and light pressure. This step honestly shouldn't be taking too long with the blocking stage, just for the fact that most of it's pretty light. There's not a lot of dark colors in, or dark shades in this. So the 8B pencil, light pressure, circular motions, and we're on step 4. I do appreciate the likes. It does help quite a bit. So if you're watching and you're liking this or interested in watching this, please like the video. It really does help. If you know of any other artists that you think would benefit from using the app, or beginner artists, you should share with them. Oh, I was gonna do a time-lapse video for this. I'm not sure if I'm able to do so. Let's see. Okay, this seems to be fine. It's streaming onto my TV, streaming onto the live, and doing its own recording. It's a lot for this phone to be doing. Moving to the next section with the H4 pencil, circular motions, and light pressure. HB pencil, it's not a lot. I think the rest of this is going to be pretty quick. For H pencil, and 8B, which we don't need to do, we already got that. Just want to see if there's anything else. There is a bit of the 4H pencil here. And a little bit of HB pencil. Just a teeny little bit of the 4B. And nothing left. For H pencil, step 1, circular motions, light pressure. This has got quite a bit. That's okay. just relax and enjoy the process. The size that I'm drawing is an 11 by 14 inch, just so you know. That's going to be most of the drawings I'm going to be doing for the live videos. But if you want me to, I can do larger drawings for you if by request. Or if you guys want me to do different mediums, I'm more than happy to just give you a little bit of a starter lesson for those. But my specialties are with graphite pencils and colored pencils, with doing portraits, both human portraits and pet portraits. I don't mind doing other subjects as well, but again, those will be more of a beginner's guide. Nothing too detailed with those stuff. Second step, HB pencil and circular motions. There is a lot of little areas, little tiny areas. You don't need to worry about those. You will add most of the detail later. This is for blocking only. Don't have to really worry too much. You can if you want to, if that's what you want to do. I'll do a few of the bigger areas, but I'm not going to do every little teeny tiny dot. Step 3, a 4B pencil. Step 4, an 8B pencil. Light pressure and circular motions for every step, every section. Next section with the 4H pencil, we get to do the little face. Aw, so cute. If you notice that I forget to do a time-lapse video in my videos, let me know. Should be a red circle right next to the tools that is, it's supposed to be there. If it's not there, let me know, because I'm bad at remembering every single thing that I should do. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite medium and why? Mine is the pencils, because yeah, they're my favorite because you can do more details with them. Graphite pencils are more forgiving than colored pencils by far, but yeah, I just enjoy being able to have control for every little tiny piece at a time. One of the reasons why I don't like painting is it's a little harder to control. Okay, next step, step 2, with the HB pencil, a whole lot less to work with. For H pencil, step 3, light pressure and circular motions. Step 4, with the 8B pencil, circular motions and light pressure. And on to the next section, starting all over again. H4, circular motions and light pressure. You don't have to worry about every single little spot. Just do the bigger areas. You're more than welcome to focus on every little single dot, but you are going to go over it later when you are doing the finer details with the strobe. You want your circles to be fairly tight. It makes it easier for blending, so you don't see all the little strokes. If you could meet any artist from the past or present, who would it be and why? Or you could just put who would it be. Please go into the chat. Let me know. I need to talk to people. This is my socialization. I spend about 5 hours a day in this little tiny room, which used to be the mud room of this house, which was turned into a bedroom, then turned into an office, then turned into my art studio. The front door of my house was literally right behind me at one point. Get some water. It's pretty dry in here. Now the HB pencil, step 2. Light pressure and circular motions. Just be patient. I know it takes a while. Sometimes it's quite a big step to do. Step 3 with the 4H, soft pressure and circular motions. The 8B, step 4, soft pressure and circular motions. You don't need to worry about every single little circle. This is just for blocking, so just work on the bigger pieces that you see. On to the next section, which is a really small section. Starting over with the 4H pencil, soft pressure and circular motions. You can change the opacity to make it easier to see where you've drawn, or you can change the colors, whatever works for you. Step 2 with the HB pencil. Step 3 with the 4B pencil. And step 4 with the 8B pencil. Next row, I like to work from left to right because I'm right-handed and it prevents any smudging. Step 1, the 4H pencil, circular motions, and light pressure. I'm not going to worry about all the little tiny dots on that one side. I'm just trying to get the bigger areas, that's it. Step 2 with the HB pencil, light pressure and circular motions. Something happened to my computer. Just so you guys are aware, I am connected to my TV that is in front of me, and that's why I'm looking upwards. But it's not necessary. I just find it's easier on my neck and my head if I just use my TV. Step 3 with the 4B pencil, light pressure and circular motions. Step 4, 8B pencil, light pressure and circular motions. And there we go. We can take a quick break. We'll take a quick break, just grabbing some water, coffee, tea, whatever you want, and then I'll be back and do some Q&A if you want, or just chat for a little bit, then we can. So Oh, my computer's in the way. I am back for a little bit of Q&A or just chatting. It's up to you. So please chat with me in the chat box. If you do not have the app and want to try the app for free, you can use the promo code charity in all caps for the iOS, or just send me an email for Android, because Android is a personal one-time use codes for those. My email is in the description. If you want to draw along with me, the reference photo is in the Facebook group, Vinci Eye App's Facebook group, and also on my personal Facebook page, which is Charity Loves Art. And they're both in the featured section of those things. There's links to each one in the description as well. I also want to try some new things for this video. I want to do like a section where I show off featured artwork. So email me, the email's in the description, with the caption Da Vinci Eye Live, like the subject Da Vinci Eye Live, and send me your drawings. It doesn't have to be drawings that you did with me. It could be just your favorite drawings. I don't care how many times you send. It could be as many drawings as you want that you can send. And also, I want to open up the opportunity to send me your reference photos. We'll draw them together, and I will send you for no charge my drawing through the mail, and you just send that reference photo through the email as well. Also, just Da Vinci Eye App Live for the subject. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. Nobody's chatting with me. And just wait, see where we're heading. Sometime I should take you to the tour of my house with all my artwork on the wall. One of these days. I am really excited because I'm working on a drawing for the app developers that I get to meet in April. And I want it to be mostly a surprise. They already know I'm drawing it, and I showed them the first little bit that's finished. But the rest, I want it to be a surprise. So I'm not posting it until after I meet them in person. So I'm excited. This will be the first time I meet them in person. We're from 2 different countries. Okay. Didn't see anybody chat, but this doesn't mean it's too late. You can still chat with me. So it looks like we are more than halfway done this step. So, yeah, we can get a lot done today. It might take less than 5 days to complete. So the step 1 with the 4H pencil, circular motions, and light pressure. My mom loved drawing me or painting me. She was a painter. So there was quite a few of them out there. Apparently, my sister was cleaning somebody else's house. Somebody we knew from our childhood. And one of the paintings of me was hanging on her wall. I don't know how I feel about that though, having a non-family member with a painting of me. Don't know how I feel about that. But I think I'm going to probably end up doing the same thing with my daughter, because this is my daughter that I'm drawing right now. I have four. This is my fourth drawing of her. One is combined with my son, like when she was an infant. And then I have copies of some of the ones I've done of her because I gave them to my family, like my mom and my mother-in-law. Also got to make sure I balance it out with drawings of my son. How many drawings do I have of him? I personally have 4 of him. One when he's a baby, he's just started elementary school. There's, I think, 1 or 2 still around somewhere, but I don't have any copies of them. I think I gave them to my mother-in-law and my mom. Step 2 with the HB pencil. That 4H pencil is sure taking quite a while. That's what's going to take most of our time, is using the 4H. And step 3 with the 4H pencil, no, 4B pencil, sorry. And step 4 with the 8B pencil, which we don't need. Into the next section, start all over again with the 4H pencil. Light pressure and circular motions throughout the entire step, the entire blocking stage. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn off the time-lapse video while I was doing the Q&A, so that the computer is going to be on the screen. Oh boy. I wish I could have it so that it won't show my face as the main screen, because I already have a smaller version of it. Okay, we are done step 1. Step 2 with the HB pencil, circular motions and light pressure. And then the 4, wait, just give me a second. What's going on? I totally lost it for a second. There's a small section for the 4. We're gonna go to the little teeny tiny section over on the side here. Step 1 with the 4H pencil, light pressure and circular motions. Another tip that I should have mentioned is draw on the side of the pencil. Use the side of the pencil, not the tip of the pencil. I cannot speak English at the moment. I am speaking gibberish. Step 2 with the HB pencil, light pressure and circular motion. Step 3 with the 4B pencil, light pressure and circular motions. And step 4 with the 8B pencil. There's not very many spots for this. And then we get to start all over again with a new line, and this is the last line that we need to do. And then we can work on blending, getting the lightest lights and the darkest darks. And then we can do the refining, which is going to be using the strobe mode, and we're going to be playing Spot the Difference. Step 2 with the HB pencil, circular motions and light pressure. Step 3 with the 4B pencil, circular motions and light pressure. We don't have much here, which means there's probably not going to be a section for the 8B, so we're going to move to the next square. For H, circular motions and light pressure for step 1. Step 2, HB pencil, light pressure and circular motions. For B, circular motions and light pressure, we are almost done the most tedious, or not the most tedious, but the second most tedious part of this drawing. There's a little tiny spot for the 8B pencil, but not much. Next section, step 1 with the 4H pencil. Oh, gotta do something, otherwise my computer's gonna die on me. Go. Oh. So the 4H pencil, circular motions, light pressure for step 1. We're working on her little feet. So cute, so precious. Step 2 with the HB pencil, light pressure and circular motions. And the step 3, 4B pencil, circular motions, and light pressure. Step 4, there's just a little bit of the 8B pencil, light pressure, circular motions. And then we just got a little teeny tiny spot left to do. And then we can move on to our next steps. I know this doesn't look too impressive at the moment, but it will when we get on to other steps. And that's it. So we're done with the blocking. You can turn off. Well, just give me a second. Okay, first we're going to do is blend. We're going to blend it all out. Take some toilet paper. I like to work on the light areas first. We're going to do some circular motions in the lighter areas. I'll do the edges. Okay. We don't want to blend that darkness all over it. A little bit of blending. So that's why I'm working from light to dark. And yes, this is going to make the artwork look funny, but I feel it's a necessary step so that you can get a nice smooth finish at the end. If you're starting to feel like it's spreading too much, getting a little bit too dark in some areas, just move to another section of the toilet paper and continue. And then now I'm working on the darker areas with the blending, trying to stay in that general area. Now, the next step, I'm not going to be worrying about the background or the teddy bear that's in there. I am going to be focused on just her. I'm just going to blend the white areas a bit. Get some shadowing in there. Not a lot, because I'm going to do... I'll show you what I mean, why I'm doing that in a minute here. So we're this is what it's like right now, really soft. We'll be working on the details here. So I'm going to go into breakdown mode again, turn it off, turn it back on. I'm going to increase the exposure. Oh, forgot to do one more thing. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Increase the exposure, increase the steps, because we are going to get the darkest darks and the lightest lights. Let's go all the way to step 14. You can see some really dark areas in her hair. And this is where I'm going to be using the black watercolor pencil. If you don't have a black watercolor pencil, black colored pencil, charcoal, which I don't recommend charcoal because it really blends a lot. A black, like a dark graphite pencil. I believe you can get to 12B. But I don't think that's a very common pencil to get. But anyways, you use what you got. And this is just what I prefer to do. I am putting quite a bit of pressure on this because I'm trying to get it as dark as possible. Actually, what I should have done, we'll just do this. This is fine. I should have turned off the cutout, or turned on the cutout, not turned off. So this step will help you not be scared of getting really dark shadowing. That was the girl we're drawing. She's so cute. Look at that little girl in the background.
You don't like it? You know what? You don't have to eat it if you don't want it. You can just have a snack instead.
Trust the process, but make sure you get that nice and dark. Make sure you get these areas really dark as you can.
You want some cheese? You want it warm? No, it's warm. No. You want some spaghetti? You want spaghetti?
There's a lot more black in this than I thought there was going to be. That's okay. I'm going to zoom out, see where else, instead of trying to find stuff by moving around too much. There is some darker areas on the teddy bear on the side here, so we're going to do that as well. Trust the process. Just be patient. It will get there. Oh, there's a little spot on the dress right here. and get that. And it looks like there's a little spot on the foot. I don't know if that, oh yeah, it's there. Get that as well. I think that's the only other spots. I'm just looking around. Okay, now we're gonna find the lightest areas. So turn off breakdown mode, turn it back on, decrease the exposure, and we're gonna turn on cutout mode, which we should have done before, but we didn't. And what we're focusing on here is just her, because there's going to be a lot of white in the background and we don't have to really worry about the background too much. So we're going to wait to see where, like, work from step 15, work your way backwards and wait until you can start seeing some lighting. And we're only going to be working on her. I'm going to take the Mono eraser, which is a mechanical eraser. And we're going to just lift that up. It doesn't look like we can really lift up anything because there's hardly anything here, if at all. But that's why I kind of blended that in. We don't really need to do this. It's already bright enough as is. But in the other pictures, yeah, you're not going to be able to see this, but that's okay. We're working on the brightest brights and the darkest darks. And this is it for the breakdown mode. We can get on to doing fine details, and I like to work in the same way that I did with the breakdown mode, which is one little corner at a time, one little square. So we're going to turn zoom in to the top left corner, and then we're going to work our way around. The more you zoom in, the blurry it's going to get for the page yourself, your own page, and that's just because of the camera quality. But the more details you can see, the more subtle differences and stuff. Okay, I'm going to use the 4H pencil and just kind of fill in the entire area very lightly.
Are you all done? Or you just want to
Like just barely, because it's not a pure white. Although breakdown mode had it as a pure white. It's going to show you this little section. And I'm going to take our tissue and blend it. And then we're going to take our mechanical eraser and we're going to just trace out those little darker areas. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you don't need a lot of pressure because this pencil is quite soft for, yeah. I don't get a lot of choices on how soft this pencil gets because it is what it is. You don't have to trace every single detail, just the main parts that really stick out to you. Even then, you don't really have to trace. If you learned how to do fur-like texture, you can just wing it. It's up to you. You are the artist. This is just my style. You can adapt my style, do whatever you want with it, or just do your own thing. I'm just gonna finish this bit here. And I think that's all I want to do for blending. Last time I used it was for soft pastels. So I'm just going to rub it on some sandpaper and then just kind of soften up the edges. And you can do like jagged strokes because this is fur. There's a little bit of chaos. Give it a little bit of chaos. And I'm just going to take some of that because there is some on the blending stump, some graphite on the blending stump. So I'm going to just put that in some of those softer sections that are barely noticeable here. And then we can take the mono eraser and get some of those brighter areas. And we can just keep working with it until you get it to where you like it, get it as detailed as you like. I'm going to use the 4H pencil again. I'm doing more circular motions, but still kind of like the direction of the fur. And also filling in some of those darker sections to give it more dimension. And just blend in the direction of the fur. It's a fur blanket. It's not a real fur blanket because that's cruel. Sorry, I was referring to Bare Naked Ladies if I had $1 million. Okay, I know we just started doing the fun part, the more detailed part, but it is past 12, so I get to go and have lunch, and I will continue this next week with you. Um, yeah, and I would really like to see your progress on this, so post it in the Facebook Da Vinci Eye App Facebook group, and also you could email it to me too. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day and don't stop creating or never stop creating. Either one.